Good evening, Kenneth Tortoise Capital Nightly Strategy Podcast for June 8th, 2024. We'll start with the sniper trades of the day. This is EWW, 3-minute. Here's the open. Rolls over, breaks the VWAP. We get short on the VWAP flip. Standard risk box. Collapses below the 10-day. Anchored VWAP, second position. Third position, exit near the end of the day, massive gains. This is DIA on the 10-minute. Here's the close. Here's the open. 1, 2, 3 entry. VWAP rising, RL10 rising, Bollinger Band mean rising, Dragon rising, leaving the Dragon, standard risk, runs all the way up, rolls over. When the R10 rolls over, we just cash about 2R. It hits the skin of the Dragon, reverse, gets short, comes back, we take a half an R, stop and reverse, it fails, we bail for minus 0.5. After the sideways chomp, it falls below the rising VWAP, rising Bollinger Band mean, and the VWAP, so we get short, standard risk. Harsh sell-off, managed to squeak out with a fractional gain. It rolls over, re-enters short at the same price, same risk. This time it collapses. We get 2R, sell before the close. This is 3M. We get the alert. Yesterday's close, big gap up, continues to roll higher. Standard risk above the VWAP. The Bollinger Band mean is rising. The PSARs are rising. Speculate in. Resumes. Let the VWAP do the work. 1, 2, 3R. There's your risk. 1, 2, 3. 3R. Walmart. 10-minute chart. Yesterday's close, today's gap up. Everything rolls over. PSAR breaks, then flips. So we're short with a standard risk. Harsh sell. Just keep sliding all day. Near the end of the day, PSAR. So here's the risk. 1, 2, 3, a little over 4R, maybe 4.5. Standard work all day. No overnight risk. Here are the traders today. This is Jonathan. And he brings in 4.2 on, this is EWW, 3-minute charts. Sells off, tries it long, loses 0.6, does a collapsing Dragon re-entry, standard risk, smashes for 4.8, nets 4.16. Perfect. Hamad brings in, gets chopped around a little bit, nets minus 0.8 on the 10-minute. Brings in 3.5 on EWW, doesn't get the second and third entries, but brings in 3.5. On EWZ, brings in 1.7. He gets aligned with the trade all day. Nice work. Kevin gets 0.8 and very good notations and self-coaching on adapting to the the actual move, he got caught up with the size of and the scale here. It's felt like a slow move, but if you look closely, it's a good move. But he's able to bring home 0.8 on EWW. Um, uh, George was working on his reentry strategy. That's his notes to himself. He gets minus 0.4 on EWW, does not take the stop and reverse, but he brings home 1.6 net on DIA on the 10-minute. So nice positive day, takes his money in the morning and enjoys the rest of the day. Weekend report. All right, still bullish normal, mostly overbought at a slight bit of weakness today, no worries. Risk is favorable. The volatility is neutral. The ETF2 exposure goes back to 70% based on some weakness in the globals. The regression line fractal framework, everything is north and moving nicely. There's the 270 and the 90, both getting a second leg of steam in the 90. That looks good. The 3-day and the 9-day are both reinforcing the positive upward moves, all-time highs. Hard to argue with that. We've made all-time highs every day in the last 10 days. We've been recovering nicely, getting some range expansion. Closed well above the previous resistance level. In the 30-minute, you can see that the last 2 days have been solid going into the weekend. We've got a long-term support level here. Used to be resistance, now that's the support level. The US is leading all the way here with tech and the large caps. Finance is also in the strong area here. Utilities are giving up. That's money flowing out of defense back into offense. Shifting to the Dow 30. 3M was a big mover today and is in the number one position. That's why it's on my focus list. The banks lost some this week. Goldman, AXP, JP Morgan were all in the red. Honeywell benefiting from the gains in tech. That's a great American company worth your interest long term. In the ETF Max, I like all these here in the tech area globally. It's doing very well. Techs, whether large, medium, or small in the US, are dominating. China's on a tear. Silver is at the peak of its gains. I'd lock in some gains while you're there. All of the growths are now green and white, which means they were good, now great. Tech is back in the lead and is poised to take this market higher. Standard liquidity for the good traders here in the green. It's both liquid and volatile intraday. Semiconductors, biotech, gold miners and silver, Brazil, and regional banks, all excellent intraday traders. We'll shift to the daily. You've seen the sniper trade of the day, the three health checks. Go to dashboard number 1. Some give backs in the globals here. That's all Brazil, Mexico, Latin America, and then the small caps had some weaknesses as well. In the Dow, pretty much a quiet day, except 3M was clearly the big leader today. Handful of good auto framers in play. Lots of really good auto framers to choose from based on the small range. I'm liking the opportunities in the globals. Brazil, Caterpillar, mid caps, Microsoft, all looking good to me. Squeezes in Microsoft, Merck, Tesla. Short list those. MACD 4 seasons being dominated in the ETFs by fall and winter. You got some strength though in the large caps in the US with spring and summers. Coca-Cola, man, it's en fuego. It's looking good. A mix between the losers and winners today in the large caps. Apple's making a serious run back to the top. Standard work here on the trading value list. Tesla, Nvidia, Goldman Sachs even in there. That's nice. And in the market mosaic, we are poised for this nice run up. It's trying to get out of the river and make another run. If tech can come on board, this is an opportunity for the market to recover after about 3 to 4 weeks of choppiness. Technology is poised to lead the way, so that would be unsurprising. All right, thanks for your kind attention. We'll get this published and posted and be ready for them bright and early Monday. Take good care.